You really like me to leave?
That's really the way you feel about my father, yes.
What I'm saying is for your own good, Dennis.
Why is it everyone seems to know what's best for me? Except me, that is.
I don't mean to sound as if I'm trying to run your life.
That's exactly what you've been doing.
No!
You've been doing it for the past 25 years, Mom, but not anymore.
That is not true.
You've never approved of one girl I've dated. They were never good enough for me.
Well, I admit you've made some rather unfortunate choices where women are concerned. Well, darling, we all make mistakes from time to time.
Not you, isn't that right, Mom? Look,
Even
Mom,
I.
I started making my own mistakes. It's past time. I'm grown up now, and I'm married. In case you haven't noticed.
Oh, I've noticed.
And what's it gonna take to make you realize I'm not your little boy anymore?
I'm glad Alex can't hear you talk like this.
I don't care if he hears me. I don't care if the whole world hears me. And I don't care about Alex Wheeler's dinky little job offer.
Look, I wouldn't refer to Alex's executive assistant as either dinky or little.
Because you can tell him just what he can do with it.
I don't believe my ears.
Well, you better believe your ears, Mom, because you're going to hear a lot more.
I think you're becoming unhinged.
Like Dad, you mean?
Well, yes, if you must know the truth.
Good, because I'm proud of my father. He's done a lot of wonderful things in his life, and just because he's going through some kind of psychological turmoil right now, because he was captured in some country halfway around the world, doesn't mean I'm going to abandon him.
Let's not talk about Elliot.
Oh, no, you'd rather talk about Alex, wouldn't you? Or better yet, have me take that job offer so we could be a nice, happy little family and forget that Dad ever existed, right?
I think you should consider Alex's offer. And I think you should not make a final decision until you're in a better state of mind.
I've already thought about it, and I'm in a wonderful state of mind.
Not when you're shouting at me like this.
Mom, I've already gone over it with people, and I've decided to not take the lousy job.
Oh, I can just imagine with whom you've talked it over.
No, it's not Paige. She agrees with you.
Who, then?
It doesn't matter who. What matters is that I get a job that counts, a job that I can do something decent in the world with.
Are you thinking of entering the priesthood?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll stay at Western Art, maybe I won't. But whatever I choose, I'm going to choose it. Do you understand that? I'm going to choose, nobody else.
Dennis, are you all right? Honey, I just saw your mother leave.
Oh, I'm sure she had more pressing matters to tend to.
Darling, I tried to talk to her, but she stormed right past
Oh,
me.
I apologize for her rudeness, Paige.
You had an argument.
You might say that.
Was it about me, Dennis?
No, Paige,
I know she doesn't like me.
Paige, it didn't have anything to do with you, all right?
Would you like to tell me about it?
No, it was just something I had to get straight between Mom and me, that's all.
Oh, she's put you in a bad mood.
Yeah, well, I'll live.
Sweetheart, I hate to see you upset.
I hate being upset, Paige, but that's something Mom is a master at.
Sense that.
It's not going to happen again, don't worry.
Why's that?
Because I made it clear to her who runs my life, that's why.
I wish you would tell me what she said, Dennis.
Look, I'd really rather not discuss it, all right? Now, there's something you wanted to tell me before we were so rudely interrupted, so what was that?
Oh, no, that can wait.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, am I ever glad you're here, Mrs. Wheeler.
Vivian.
Sorry, but I get nervous. I cannot think.
What do you have to be nervous about? Something happened while I was out?
Sort of.
What does sort of mean?
Mr. Wheeler came in and wondered where you were.
And what did you say?
Well, if this were Bay City, I could have rattled off 6 or 7 names without even thinking.
But this isn't Bay City.
Right. And as this is Houston and I don't know too many people here, it's hard for me to remember the names right off the top of my
Vivian, what
head.
did you tell Mr. Wheeler?
I told him you were at Rena Decker's.
Oh,
It's the
Vivian.
first name that popped into my head.
It's an hour and a half's drive to the Deckers.
That far.
Yes, that far. Couldn't you have come up with something better?
I guess I kind of got out of practice since you moved down here to Houston.
Now I'll have to think of some way to explain this to Rena.
Well, you might say it's a surprise party. I told Mr. Wheeler it might be a surprise, and then he thought it might have something to do with his birthday coming up. How did your meeting go with whomever you went to meet with?
Oh, Vivian. You have no idea.
What's wrong?
Everything, Vivian. Everything.
Can you be a little more specific?
Do you know what it's like to have a son?
No, ma'am.
Well, you should thank your lucky stars you're not a mother.
You're talking about Dennis.
Yes, Dennis.
Was Dennis who you went to visit?
Yeah, but I wouldn't call it a visit. It was more like a battleground.
Oh, Mrs. Wheeler, please don't go getting yourself upset. You've been on the outs with Dennis before.
This time it's different.
You two always work things out. You always have in the past.
No, before when we disagreed about something, I could always see that he still loved me.
Dennis does still love you.
He's changed, Vivian.
I don't see that.
Oh, you didn't see him or hear him. He was so unloving, so cold to me.
What did he say? Mrs. Wheeler?
He's dismissing me from his life.
Oh, no.
He said that he never wanted to see me again. That he wanted me out of his life.
Did he say that?
I don't remember the exact words. I was so stunned, but that's what he meant.
Maybe you're exaggerating.
Whose side are you on?
I am not taking anyone's side.
It certainly doesn't sound that
now,
way.
Come on, Mrs. Wheeler. Honestly, no, I'm not. It's just that sometimes in the past you've had a tendency to
Over-dramatize?
Yes?
Well, not this time. If you had seen him turn his back to me as if I no longer existed.
What were you arguing about?
Elliot.
Mr. Carrington?
Dennis insists on seeing Elliot in the hospital.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong? How can you even ask that? After Elliot tried to murder my husband? After he tried to destroy all of my happiness and even destroy me?
I know that, Mrs. Wheeler, but Mr. Carrington is Dennis's father. Dennis is really fond of him.
But that's the point. Never mind.
I remember this movie once with William Holden. He was a prisoner of war. All that torture and that punishment and that pressure. Just about everybody went crazy, except for William Holden. He was brave to the end.
I know who's behind all of this.
You do?
Even though Dennis denies it, I know.
Who?
Paige. And I'm going to put a stop to it.